So a couple days ago, I got a phone call to get hired to work on a talk show. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why that should be important to you. Hey guys, did you know that around 90% of the people who pursue a career in the entertainment business simply give up and quit? Well, the good news is that I've got a 10-step guide called the Entertainment Business Survival Guide that's going to show you the 10 attributes and qualities that you're going to need in order to survive the entertainment business. And these are qualities that I've seen in all of my friends and colleagues who are just killing it in the industry right now. So if you go over to CBarkerProductions.com and click on the Get My Guide Now button, you will get a personalized link to be able to watch the video, and you can watch it on any platform, whether it's desktop, phone, or tablet, it doesn't matter. And if you keep the link, you can watch it and review it as many times as you like. So head over to CBarkerProductions.com and get it now. So the other day, I got a call to fill in and help run audio on a talk show. And it was a pretty big deal. It's a fairly big talk show. It may not have been as monstrous as like Oprah or the Ellen show, but it was still a big show, and it was a big deal. And I'd love to talk about the details of it, and I'd love to name names and name specifics, but I'm not going to, at least in this video, simply because everything is so fresh and so new, and I don't know the production studios, I don't know what their ruling is right now, or their policy is on, getting on social media or YouTube channels and talking about it. So for now, I'm going to try to play the professional route, kind of keep the specifics out of this video, and just kind of talk about the meat of, the message and what I'm trying to portray. But so on Wednesday morning, I got a call saying, hey, from a friend and a colleague of mine, who I've known for several years now, and he's like, hey, we had a guy call out sick. I'm working on this television show, and I'd love to have you fill in. He's like, I know your abilities, I know your work ethic. You're a great hang, and I think you would knock it out, and I'd really love to have you here. And thankfully for me, I'm actually, I had some work that got postponed by a couple weeks, and so I was looking to fill the time, and I said, sure, I'd love to come up. And so I go up and I spend the day working on this shoot, and I met a lot of really, really cool people, a lot of great people. The job was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Not only was the environment great, being in this, this talk show environment with this big set, and there's people walking all over the place, and there's a studio audience, and that was a lot of fun. But I got to meet a lot of really great people. I got to do a lot of great networking. Again, the job itself was just a blast. I really enjoyed myself. It was really great. And again, while I don't want to mention by name the friend who called me and the colleague who called me, simply because I'm trying to be sensitive to the requests and the social media policies of that production company. But hey, by the way, the friend who called me, if you're watching, you know who you are. Thank you for giving me the call. That was an amazing day. I loved hanging out with you. I loved working with you, and I love you, bro. You know who you are. So if you're watching this now, you know who you are. And as soon as I know I can talk about this in detail later on, I will. But let's kind of get to the meat and the moral of the story, which is when I got the phone call. There's a couple things that were not asked of me at all, and one was, where did you go to school? Can you send over a resume? What degree do you have? None of these things were asked of me at all. And we're talking about a big talk show. We're talking about, I would guess that this one day of shooting for this television show cost more, it probably more than double the amount of a well-funded music album. There were people and staff all over the place. Every person walking around there was getting paid a decent day rate. The cameras on the shoot were incredibly expensive. This is not beans. This was a high dollar a high-value production deal owned by some very prestigious people in in entertainment. And the reason why I'm making this video, and this kind of rides on the coattails of a video I made about a week ago called The 3 Things That You Need to Know Before Attending an Entertainment College or School. And here's the important thing, is that my friend, while he has developed a good reputation and a lot of clout with his production company, he wasn't like the high up guy. Like, he wasn't the guy in charge over at the production company. But, as far as the audio department goes, there's, like my friend, and then there's a couple people above him who probably have ultimate say over him, and then those people have people that they have to answer to. But in this whole entire scenario, not once was, again, I asked for qualifications, and not only that, the people who were above my friend and my colleague who recommended me trusted him enough in his qualifications and his judgment to go, I'm going to trust you in your judgment, in your abilities, to recommend someone who you trust with their abilities and their personality, to be able to pull in and just walk in on a whim, last minute, on a high value production show. And the moral of the story is this, is that your reputation and your abilities and your personality are going to far overweigh and trump any school that you go to, any degree that you have, any of those other things that you may consider things that are going to edge you along in the industry. And I know what you guys are probably saying. You guys go, well, Casey, of course, he's your friend. Of course he's not going to ask you those things. But the point is that, yes, while the friend who recommended me knows me incredibly well, and he knows my line of work, generally speaking, he knows my work ethic and my ability, but he's got people he's got to answer to. He doesn't have technically ultimate say. And those are things that are really important. Like, he doesn't, his recommendation alone was powerful enough to get me a gig. And that's crazy. And I want you guys to hear this, because I want you to know that whatever path you're looking at going down in order to get into entertainment, you got to understand that your personality, your work ethic, your ability to prove yourself over and over and over again to do a job well and the best that it can be performed, those are all things that schools can't teach you. Those are things that you're going to learn through mentorship from a professional. Those are things that you're going to learn by screwing up on the job, and having experience on the job site. Those are all the things that are going to lead to your success and people continuing to call you back and hire you over and over and over again, and be able to just trust you out of the whim, is not going to come from a degree. It's not going to come from a school. It's going to come from the recommendations of people who are willing to put their neck on the line to recommend you into a job or hire you for a gig. I mean, you want to talk about accountability? There's nothing that would have killed me more or hurt me more was to know that on a high value shoot, my friend made a recommendation, stuck his neck out to get me hired, and then I do a terrible job and I make him look like an idiot. I mean, I can't think of a worse feeling to have than that. To embarrass yourself, to embarrass your colleagues, especially the ones who are sticking up for you, who are putting their reputation on the line to recommend you. It's a super important thing, and it's just something that I wanted to put out there. I thought it was a very relevant story for the people who are looking to get ahead. It has nothing to do with your school. It has nothing to do with how much money you've spent on your gear, per se, or your degree. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with your ability, your personality, your hang, your work ethic. It all hinges on that, every bit of it. Your trumps everything else. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you enjoyed this video or you got value out of it, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you're enjoying the content on my YouTube page, please hit the subscribe button as well. I'd really appreciate that. And keep in mind that I've got more content like this at CBarkerProductions.com. You can go to my blog and media page and you'll see all the content that I currently have available. And if you haven't checked out your entertainment business survival guide, go ahead and get that as well. Go ahead and hit one of those Get My Guide Now buttons on my website and you'll get a personalized link so that you can watch that video anytime on any platform as many times as you like. So check it out. Again, thank you for watching this video today. My name is Casey Barker and we'll catch you on the next one.